Apparently, this is the most controversial thing that happened in the
On
NFL.
the day, Lynn Jones, Jacksonville Free Press News. I just want to tell you, congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank
You
you.
hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank
And
you.
you did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you, ma'am.
keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate
Take
it.
care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
How you doing today?
Hey man, just a beautiful little situation. Just a little a wonderful notice local reporter, not necessarily Jaguars reporter, Miss Lynn Jones, 20 plus years for the Jacksonville Free Press. A lot of people got upset about this. Namely, a lot of reporters got very upset about this, and I think it kind of exposes a few hypocrisies throughout the media. I'm gonna keep this one, I think, on the second channel, but still, I think it's a cool little conversation because you have people like Brooke Pryor saying, look, it's a kind sentiment, but it's not the job of a reporter to console a coach in a post-game conference. Pressers are to ask questions to gain a better understanding of what happened or figure out what's next, and do it in a limited amount of time. Now, that's an interesting conversation. And then Mike Harrington said, awesome. Question mark. Are you serious? That's not a reporter. That person shouldn't even have a credential. Schefter once was a real reporter. If he thinks this is cool, he's totally lost his way. And then Tashawn Reed said, I promise the last thing we need is more reporters acting like fans. Now, again, not only let's just attack this from this angle, right? Traditional news reporters are a little snobby. Like beat reporters have this aura about them. That they just feel like their job is some sort of holier than thou type thing. Like I'm a silly dude that speaks in the mics. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna think that people deserve or should respect my type or my platform. There's not a lot of platforms or a lot of jobs where you have to forcefully respect the way that other outsiders look at it. And I think it's such an interesting conversation to be upset at sending positives, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not, especially because there are plenty of times when reporters do terrible things and get things wrong and just ask bad questions, right? A lot of y'all's questions are terrible and bad and rude. And we'll get back to that. But this whole outcry that somebody can't do that in the final it's the final press conference. It's the final press conference. Y'all lost in the playoffs. Liam Cohen had literally had an amazing turnaround, lost his first round draft pick right in the middle of the season, and made Trevor Lawrence look like a real quarterback. Man, I was hating hard on Trevor Lawrence. Shout out UT Law. But no, Miss Lynn Jones can't say some wonderful things about the community that she reports on, the community that she gets to interact with and sees the repercussions of the good season that they've had. But then here's where I really get upset. This is where I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, because I remember, didn't something like this happen to Kevin Stefanski and nobody said nothing?
I just want to say this. I'm not going to be in Cincinnati. And I really hope this is not the last time we get to talk to you face to face. I think you've had to deal with things, especially this year, that were unfair, that you had to coach a team that was, especially on offense, that was inferior to the teams that you faced. So I don't expect you to answer that. I just want you to know that's how I feel.
I respect that from you, as you know, and you guys know this game is never going to be about one person, and that includes me.
So in this is not. I'm not even trying to hate on Kevin Stefanski because it's not Kevin Stefanski's fault. But I'm just saying. So when the notoriously terrible Browns media, it does the same exact thing, coddles, removes the self-accountability from Kevin Stefanski, the grown man head coach. I didn't hear nothing about it. Everybody was like, wow, I mean, that's just a respectful moment right there. Hey, I tell you what, when I see that, I see a reporter who values their job and relationship. That's what I see. Yeah, that's how two professionals give each other respect in the workplace while having, like, no, I don't want to hear none of that. Nobody went on the crusades of, oh, this guy who's only had 8 wins in the past 2 seasons, offensive guru who's had to give up his play calling duties multiple times. Nobody's upset about him getting consoled. Hey, Kevin Stefanski, it's not your fault. I want you to know it's not your fault. Nobody say nothing. Nobody had anything to say about that. Real nasty behavior. And this is just after TJ Ward said this, of course.
Cleveland, dealing with the reporters and the media in Cleveland is misery. And every year they looking for a fresh start, no matter who it is and where they at.
No matter who it is and where they at. And not only that, how about more no accountability? No, it's never Kevin Stefanski's fault. Tell him, Mary Kay.
So I do think that if he went somewhere else and had a quarterback that he can work with and win with, then I think he's going to be successful. And I think he would be that here too. So if I were making the decision, I would try to give him the quarterback and see what he can do with it. So I just want to make sure that I'm on record as stating that that's how I feel about that.
What? It's not. I wish Kevin Stefanski got a better opportunity, and that's not fan behavior. How about this? Because I guess this is what they want from NFL reporters. This is what they want. This is Xavier Legette. We know there's jokes, yada yada yada. Him, the horse. What's it called? What's her name? Glorilla, country guy, but also kind of a wholesome guy too. You know what I mean? So this was the conversation here. Let's hear it.
The Cowboys are always America's team. Did you grow up following them or anything?
Well, yeah, when I was a little man, my daddy was a Cowboy fan.
I take it he won't be this week.
Oh, no. For sure. I for sure ain't a Cowboy fan. No more.
What are you saying from that?
So, if you don't understand, reporter David Newton asked Xavier Legette if his dad is still a Cowboys fan. Xavier Legette's father had passed away from a heart attack when Xavier Legette was in high school. Xavier Legette still responded with a great. And it's not just that. It's the fact that he also, David Newton, he knew that his father had passed. He actually wrote in an article that his dad had passed. But again, this isn't the main channel. We're not going to go too deep in it. But I do want to give a little bit of respect again to Miss Lynn Jones. I just feel like this is such a crazy situation that spiraled out of it. And in totality, it really does. It just, I think, exposes the way that the common person, because all the NFL media people, they're saying it. And they say, oh man, this isn't real media. And look, this is my response to the NFL beat reporters who say, hey, that's not real reporting, XYZ. First off, you probably should have went off on the Browns media because they're doing the same exact thing. I'm sure there's plenty of other examples of this happening, and because I just pulled up a few examples of it happening, and then I pulled up an example of a reporter talking about someone's dead father, right? And I guess that's a part of report. Those are the hard-hitting questions. David Newton, someone who should, I don't know about those things about his player that is so important to get these questions off, right? Like, and that's my other thing, right? The thing that makes me upset is like the questions y'all ask don't amount to anything. They're asking him, even if his father was with us, XYZ, and what does asking Xavier Legette about his father being a Cowboys fan, what does that do with the outcome of the game? What do these questions that y'all be asking? What does telling Kevin Stefanski, hey, by the way, you had a hard time coaching, what does that do to add to the context of the game to get more about it? It don't do nothing. It doesn't do anything. These are weird, entitled individuals who see their job as more than what it really is. But hey, not to say that beat reporters aren't important, not to say that they don't do great things, but this outcry, this idea that it needs to look one certain way in one question or one, not only, again, the hypocrisy of this happening before, but the fact that the awful questions y'all ask anyway, it's never really impacted anything. So I don't think there's anything wrong with saying something positive about someone who's doing positive things in the community. And just so y'all know, this is a T-Pain shirt. This is a T-Pain shirt. Sorry, whenever I get crazy looks when I wear this, I don't know why. I'm getting a crazy look right now. Y'all be beautiful. We'll see you next time.